Yeah. Hey, this that special sauce. Spill that drip, I wipe it off. $1,000,000 worth of game. Can't feel that I work too hard. Poetry on any.
What's good? What's good? What's good? It's your boy Dope Boy Diesel. We back in the Doja Room once again. Got a couple of things to talk about, so this is just gonna be a quick stream here today. Just make sure we got the sound. How y'all feeling? How y'all feeling? How y'all feeling? All right, yeah. All right, I'm glad y'all can hear me. Okay. Again, it's your boy Doughboy Diesel. We back here in the Doja Room. Stole away a little bit of time to speak to you guys and get caught up on some of these topics and some of the things going uh, on the hip hop streets. So, to all my stoners, hippies, and hip hop enthusiasts, please grab a seat, lock in, roll your blunt. We're gonna lock in for a little bit. We're gonna hit some of these topics up because, per usual, I got something to say. So I want to jump right into some of this stuff that we got going on. Um, because it's been quite interesting. I'm gonna save some of the heavier topics for later, but for right now, there's some quick things that we definitely need to touch on. Okay, we got to talk about it, and I think it's actually absolutely important that we get into some of these things. Now, as I've been telling you guys over the course of, I don't know, the last 2 years, I've been telling you guys that there's things that, the hip hop savior, Kendrick Lamar, there's certain things that he can be doing. And not to just come out of the blue and say, well, Kendrick Lamar, well, why isn't he doing all of these things? Let's just make one thing clear, okay? We hold Kendrick Lamar, and when I say we, it's mostly Drake fans who hold him to this standard because for the last 2 years, and even more so than that, we had to listen to a sect of hip hop tell us that this man is leading us to the hip hop promised land. That this man is showing us how the black man should be living his life. That this man is doing so much work in his music, that his music is saying so much things and it's transforming people's lives. So we had to start calling the bluff. We had to start saying, well, if Kendrick Lamar is this figure that you guys make him out to be, why isn't he getting more done? Why doesn't he do more for his community? Why don't we see a person with 27 Grammys, supposedly a Pulitzer Prize, critical acclaim up the wazoo, is an industry darling? Why doesn't he use that power for his community? And I want you guys to realize, you niggas need to look at Kendrick Lamar the same way we ultimately had to start looking at Barack Obama. This nigga was here to put us to sleep. He didn't really do much for us. And I start to draw similar comparisons when I think about all that Kendrick Lamar could do, as they try to convince us, he's doing. They try to convince us that he's such this virtuous character, that his music is being taught in universities. they're actually sitting down and breaking down Kendrick Lamar music. And for that, I say, well, what is the effect? What are the tangibles? Once again, what are the tangibles of all of this talk? What are the tangibles of all of this crying in the car, acting like he saved your life? And I've never met one of these people who's, write these artists and say, "Oh my God, you saved my life," and I had the gun to my head, and I put on To Pimp a Butterfly, and I just put the gun down. Like I never met one of these guys for any artist. Just a straight stand, for real, for real. But I have to ask the question: why isn't more being done if this man commands such respect and such power? Now, I digress just a little bit, but I have to set the stage because recently it's been coming to light that Kendrick Lamar, it's now confirmed that he gave all the artists on GNX an ultimatum. He basically said, "I'll give you 10K for this feature, or I'll give you royalties from the album." Now, plenty of people have come to point out that Drake gave Molly Santana 500K plus royalties. The culture vulture, the guy who had to run to Atlanta, the guy who's not like us, that man went to an up and coming artist and made sure not only she could secure some studio time, pay the bills. The bills are going to be taken care of. We know that. It's 500K. But you can also spend some of that money on marketing now. You can also spend some of that money on the apparel, on the aesthetic, getting some videos done. You feel me? Getting some of your people right. Getting your team in order. Getting your video man. Getting your publicist. Just off the strength, cash here. Because I got it. Niggas helped me secure that. Kendrick, what the fuck is niggas supposed to do with 10K in California, nigga? What is niggas supposed to do with $10,000 in California? I really want to know. Let's see something real quick. So I asked Grok, I said, how far can 10K go in California? I want to make a move. Grok says 10K won't stretch very far in California for a substantial move, especially with a young child. I think 1 to 3 basic survival, 1 to 3 months of basic survival in cheaper areas before you need income or more savings. California's overall cost of living is 38 to 44% above the national average. Housing is the biggest driver at 118% higher. It's a highly variable by location. Coastal cities like LA, San Fran, are brutal, while inland spots, and we know most of these guys are in LA, right? So while inland spots like Central Valley are more manageable, but still pricey compared to other places in the country. So realistically, 10K might, and I don't want to get too caught up because Grok really thinks I'm moving here, but just for a sample of a monthly budget, housing is about $1,500 to $2,500. Utilities are $200 to $400. Food, come on now. We know what food is looking like right now. That's another $400 to $800 a month. Transportation, gas, another $200 to $400. Miscellaneous things, niggas want to stunt. We just gonna say that's gonna be another what? Another 5 racks because niggas want to stunt and keep up with the image of them appearing on a Kendrick Lamar album. So of course these guys are gonna want to keep up with this image. So realistically, we're already looking at just about 7 to 10K. Not even talking about what is these niggas supposed to do at $10,000. I truly think this is sad that we allow this shit. We allowed these people to sit here for 2 years, play not like us. Meanwhile, this nigga is strong arm in the West. Jared said TDE janitor Mac Wap confirms that Kendrick Lamar offered rappers either 10K or royalties for their GNX features. Drake gave Molly Santana 500K plus royalties. Mac also said they should just be satisfied with the look on being on Kendrick's album. This is crazy, y'all.
How do I feel about the option?
Yeah,
That's solid.
I think so too.
Yeah, that's solid.
I think so too.
I mean, because you gotta think a nigga could have just been like, "You want to get on? Yeah, you want to get on the you want to get on the album?" Nigga would have said, "Yeah, for free."
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
These niggas saying shit. I would have did it for free. Fuck it. Yo, bro, you know how much money Kendrick made these last 2 years, bro? Do you know how much this nigga is caking off these last 2 years? The nigga bought a whole new fucking mansion, bro. Hold on, bro. The nigga bought a new mansion. Look at this shit. Kendrick Lamar expanded his real estate portfolio with an off-market purchase of $40 million contemporary farmhouse in the Brentwood neighborhood of Los Angeles. When was this? I think this was recently, but I think this was right after the beef. 2025. I think this might have been 2025, last year. The nigga dropped 40 M's on his crib. The nigga dropped 40 M's on his crib. And he gave you niggas 10K. And y'all niggas is cool with that? We good with that? Imagine if Drake gave, I don't know, who shorty on some sexy songs? Imagine if he would have gave some shorty on some sexy songs 10K. And just fuck it. Now mind you, he is Drake. His stimulus package does way better. So I don't even know if that's a right comparison. Because Drake's stimulus package doesn't compare to Kendrick's stimulus package. Obviously. We see this obviously. And it's obvious that the royalties will probably go way further on an album like GNX. Bots or no bots. the royalties will probably go way further, but then you gotta wait 5-6 months for the money to start kicking in increments, and you know. But that's it gives off Kendrick having this, again, this holier than thou. Oh, I'm gonna test you to see if what you choose is, like, these niggas is starving, brother. These niggas is starving out here, my boy. Come on, mud. Come on, mud. These niggas are starving. These niggas are starving out here. Look at him. He's still rocking the TDE sweatsuit proudly. You got these niggas, bro. Niggas joke about the Drake, the OVO sweatshop, but then y'all make excuses for this. We joke so much about the OVO sweatshop. We joke so much about the people that Drake has put on, and try to put a magnifying glass on the people who haven't used that look to the best of their ability, who didn't do the right things with that Drake feature. We try to use those people and make those people the standard or the face of the people that Drake has collabed with over the years, when a majority of these people have seen nothing but success ever since then, including some of your favorites, including people like Kendrick Lamar, A$AP Rocky. These people have benefited from Drake being who he is. And if Drake moved like this, paying these niggas pennies while you dropping 40 M's on new cribs in LA, bro, 10K is not going to do. What is 10K doing? Yo, gas is like $10 out there, nigga. The fuck is 10K moving? It's not even a respectable price. Like, I could see if you offered you dropping 40 M's on this shit. I can see if you offered niggas 100K a piece, at least 50K a piece. At least 50K a piece. But 10K? And this is what we allow? This is what niggas is accepting? Yo, I truly think it's sad, if you ask me. I truly think, and this is what I mean when I say these, you guys, you K-dots, y'all accept anything. Y'all make excuses for anything, because this is the exact kind of behavior we should be calling out. If the shoe was on the other foot, we would be looking at Drake crazy. Yet, he gave Molly Santana 500K. I believe she only asked for about 300, 200. I think that's what she said her price was. Granted, she's smoking hot right now. Hotter than all of these niggas that got put on GNX. Because I haven't stopped seeing her since her feature. And I never heard of her before her feature. But I haven't stopped hearing and seeing from her since. She sounds like female Future to me. But it just goes to show that, once again, I can't compare a Kendrick feature to a Drake feature. But even still, you would think that these guys would be compensated. Nigga, you're not Drake. Compensate these men. Compensate these people who go to bat for you, who go to war for you blindly. The very least you could do is compensate them. The very least you could do is make sure that they could. Bro, 10K is not even about to get niggas through the next 2 months. 10K is not going to get a nigga through 2 months in California. The fuck are we talking about? It's really not. We got to be honest about this shit. What is 10K really going to do for niggas? let's get into it. We got another video talking on the topic. And I wanted to get into this one as well. Let's get into this one.
Kendrick gave all the featured artists on his album 2 options. Option number 1, here's $10,000 and you get no back end, work for hire. Option number 2, you don't get any money up front, but I'll give you a piece of the back end, meaning publishing and writer splits. Guess which option almost all of them chose? They took the upfront cash, the $10K in the hand, work for hire. Kid J3 actually came out and defended his choice.
Said people had the choice. I'm guessing you mean nigga don't know how to type. Niggas retarded. People had the choice to take royalties or the money, and most took the money. So know before you speak on something you not in the room to know the truth. And he said that to Dejan Paul. And real quick, I actually got that one too. Because Dejan Paul had said, where is it? Do I got that one? Oh yeah, I do. He said TDE employee Matt Watt confirms that Kendrick Lamar offered the GNX rappers either 10K or royalties, and said the LA rappers should have chosen royalties and should have just been satisfied with the look of being on Kendrick's album. Obviously that doesn't really make much sense to me or people like me and you, but that's the cope right now, is people should just be satisfied with the look.
To take the 10K upfront cash instead of the back end. And basically he was just saying, like, look, people got to pay bills. Like, a lot of people are behind on rent. They have to support their family, etc. Like, $10,000 in cash right now is a lot of money. And historically, trying to get royalty payments through publishers and major labels is a headache. And you also got to wait like 6 months for those to start coming in anyways. But this highlights a huge problem of how a lot of people in the music industry think about money. They'll take that big advance. They'll take that big lump sum of cash right now because they don't have the patience or the wherewithal to be able to wait it out and actually be able to retain ownership of these songs that they make. So while you can't really fault an artist for taking that upfront money, it just makes you kind of sad knowing that they made a bad business decision. And for a lot of the artists that were on this,
and I don't know where this nigga is going with it, but if you're Kendrick, why even present these niggas with this ultimatum? You have enough money that you don't have to you don't have to give these niggas this ultimatum, nigga. Just pay these motherfuckers. What the fuck is this red pill, blue pill? Like, who the fuck? This is what I'm telling you. Y'all niggas make this nigga think that he's some fucking holier than thou. Oh, I'm gonna test you to see where your mind lies and how smart you are. Like it's like, nigga, pay these niggas. They starving, brother. What Denzel said, that brother is starving. Come on, man. What are we doing? I see why this nigga wasn't fighting for reparations and doing all of this shit. And your bro is comfortable with sitting on top at the hills looking down at these niggas. Being able to just put that shit to the side, but he comes down and rallies all you niggas up when it's time, and y'all blindly follow him into battle. Y'all blindly follow him into war. Y'all blindly back anything he says or does, and y'all continually get the short end of the stick and accept it and make excuses for it. The coping is crazy.
Kendrick album, this is going to be the pinnacle of their success in their career. It just is what it is. This is one of the biggest rap albums of all time. And to have a feature on these songs is going to be the majority of the income that they've ever generated or will ever generate in their career. So to give that up for $10,000, it's just like shooting yourself in the foot. Now, to put this in perspective, Drake paid Molly Santana $500,000 up front to get on Ran to Atlanta and gave her back end. So there's a lot of people saying right now that Kendrick is being kind of unethical. Now, I don't believe he's really being unethical. He did give them two options, but if he was trying to really be.
But what was the point of giving these niggas two options? Nigga, you dropped $40 million on your crib right after. You dropped 40 M's on a crib right after. What is the ultimatum for? And y'all niggas are just accepting this shit. Y'all just accepting it. Oh, fuck it. Oh, I would have did it for free. Oh, this is sad. This is why I can't be too concerned or feel too bad for these niggas, because these niggas are saying, oh shit, well, I would have did it for free. Nigga, are you a rapper or are you not, nigga? Are you a rapper or are you not? If you niggas are rappers, why would you not want to be paid for your job? Why are you making excuses for not being paid for your job? Because at the end of the day, these features did jack shit for you. It's not, we're not running the streams up on you niggas. Niggas is homeless after the features and on drugs, all type of shit going on. Like, so in hindsight, the feature did nothing. So at very least, you should be compensated for doing your job, for showing up and doing your job on one of the biggest albums in what they say is going to be one of the biggest albums in hip hop history. So from that perspective, from your perspective, because I'm pretty sure if you're on GNX, you are one of those who claim that this is one of the best albums in hip hop history, okay, for whatever reason. So I imagine if you believe you're on one of the best, one of the most important albums in hip hop history, it's uniting the West Coast. Why would you not want to be compensated for your job? Why would you not want to be compensated so that you may feed your family for your job? A nigga should not be able to look at you as a feature on GNX and 2 months later be able to call you a bum. That's just crazy. That's not crazy to y'all? A nigga should not hear you on GNX riding down Sunset Boulevard and see you walking. That shouldn't be a thing. It shouldn't at least be a thing for the next couple years. Now, if y'all niggas can't manage money, everybody can't manage money, right? And if y'all niggas can't manage money, hey, 500K won't go even 2 years for a lot of you niggas. But my thing is, you could at least give niggas enough money to start a business. You can't even start a business with $10,000. You barely can buy a house with $10,000. You could at least give niggas enough money to invest in a home. You could at least give niggas enough money to invest in a decent car. I guess you can invest in a decent car with 10K. Maybe. But you could at least give niggas enough money to invest in a decent home or a decent business. Is that so much to ask for? But again, we hold Drake to this standard. We sat here and niggas made not like us and they convinced you niggas that the shoe was on the other foot. That these guys aren't who they are. And we always knew who they are. We always knew who they were. But we allowed so many people to play in our faces over the last 2 years and convince us that Kendrick Lamar was not this type of person. Why the ultimatum? Why? Why make these guys have to make these desperate life choices when it's obvious so many of them already have very little. So again, I just don't see the point in all of this.
He's solid about it. He would have took that Drake approach and just paid him a lot more money and gave him back end for every single artist on the album. Now, on the other side of that coin, you have these people that hate on Drake and say he just hops on every new artist wave and he just rides the trend that these young artists are starting so that he can stay relevant. And you know what? I agree with that. But at the same time, that's why he's paying so much and he is giving the back end.
And I don't know if I necessarily agree with that, because just because you love music, first of all, we got to stop doing this. We got to stop acting like Drake is just here trying to stay relevant, my nigga. That argument is already done so. Drake ain't here just fighting to stay relevant. It's obvious that he don't need anybody to drop a #1 album, a platinum album, 4 weeks at #1. He don't need anybody to do that. He doesn't need the up and coming. He don't got to do all of that shit. So this whole argument about him trying to fight and stay relevant, let's get out of here. Let's knock it off. That's already been proven time and time again that this nigga don't need anybody. He don't need anyone. All he needs is to get in his bag and 40 to deliver some slaps. Tay Keith, conductor, RIP, rest in peace to Tay Keith, by the way. All he needs is his producers in his bag, and he's going to be relevant, nigga. So let's knock it off with this. He has to try to fight and stay relevant, and that's why he's paying so much money. No. Drake is a person who's dedicated to the game more than any of these niggas. He got his ears to the streets more than any of these niggas. Any nigga in the big three. He loves his craft more than any nigga in the big three. There is no nigga in the big three that loves this rap shit, that loves the craft more than Drake. And dare I say the industry. But that might be going a little bit too deep. But even still, the man is relentless with his work ethic. So we're not going to sit here and act like post Iceman, Drake still needs to fight and stay relevant. Drake is delivering at a higher level than everybody else because he's that dedicated, because he's that in tuned. So fuck is niggas talking about? I can't agree with that. I could take it easy, buddy.
Taking care of these artists because he understands the value that they're bringing to him, not just.
Now, I agree with that. Drake does understand the value that these artists have, and he respects that. You should understand the value of the people that you're working with. They should hold some value to you, that you would want to put them on such a monumental project with you. So to see these people not get that respect, well, then now we have to question the value that they hold in your eyes, Kendrick. Now we have to question that. Because it seems like these niggas ain't worth more than 10K. And not to say that your price is your value, but I would think that these niggas are a little bit more valuable than that. I would think image that you were trying to put out at the time I would think that, you know, I would think that you would want to continue to make this image believable, that the people that came together and put this image together with you, that you would want them to be compensated because they helped you with all these smoke and mirrors. They allowed you to sell this United LA, United Compton dream. So the fact that these guys aren't being compensated, that's just strange to me. That's incredibly strange to me. And I think it's wrong, if you ask me. But these guys don't think it's wrong. So what are we to say? Who are we to argue?
It's the other way around. Do you guys think that Kendrick Lamar did something wrong here? Or do you think this was fair and the artist just made the wrong choice? I want to see what you guys' thoughts are in the comments below. As always, share this with an independent artist who needs to know about it.
Yeah, it's a sad thing to see. I mean, this is really sad to see when we think about it. These guys are just accepting it, taking it. Just, I mean, Kendrick effectively bent over the West Coast and fucks you niggas. I'm just like, we just got to keep it a buck. Kendrick just bent over the West Coast and fucked you niggas. Like, what else can we say? Now we got a couple of good takes on this. They said niggas up and down the TL making excuses for Kendrick Lamar underpaying those artists for their royalties. If he was a white record executive, they'd be calling him all types of racists and culture vultures. I guess it's okay when another black person fucks you over. Yeah, I as I said, my bro pointed out that these niggas are a culture, but yeah, I mean, these guys are a cult. I told you guys. I told you this shit. I mean, we watched them literally. I put the clip into rotation. We watched these guys literally compare him to Jesus Christ. So it's not really surprising to me that we see these guys just basically worshiping the ground he walks on, and oh yes, master, yes, we would have done it for free, yes. It's like, what the fuck, what is going on? You a grown-ass man, buddy. Why are you doing this to yourself? I think this is really sad. It gets to the point where this is just like, I think you guys should have a little bit more dignity. The man is paying you 10K, pennies on the dollar, basically. 10K ain't gonna do shit for nobody. 10K ain't really doing nothing for nobody. Let's keep it at a buck. Not me or you. 10K ain't really even doing too much for me in a month. We gotta be real. We got another one that says the only reason this convo is happening is because they refuse to hold Kendrick accountable for anything. If it was any other artist, they would be calling it a robbery and slimy behavior. And that's exactly to the point. I don't know what it's going to take for you guys. And again, the only reason why this conversation is happening is because you guys refuse to treat Kendrick Lamar like a human being. You treat the nigga like he's feeding you niggas liquid gold. Like he's changed all of you guys' lives collectively. He can't even change the niggas' lives who's on GNX. He can't even change their lives. But y'all get here on this fucking internet and try to convince us every day that he's out here changing lives and kissing babies and shit. We don't believe it. So when moments like this come up where we say, okay, where is it? We're calling the bluff. Why does it have to be an ultimatum when it comes down to the people who helped you sell this dream, helped you sell this fantasy of a united West Coast. When you haven't even given these niggas enough money to either invest in a home or start a business, a decent business. What are they supposed to do with this? Why the ultimatum? Why are we accepting this? Do you know the talks that would be had if this was Drake? Come on. Are we really going to sit here and act like we don't know the type of things, the type of discussions that would be had if this was Drake? Would all these people not be making videos? Think about it. Would all of these people not be making videos about this very topic had Drake been paying people 10K, making them giving these niggas an ultimatum and a choice of, hey, you can either get ticket. Imagine what Screwface Thought would be saying. Imagine what this thought ass nigga would be saying. Come on, imagine the shit that Company Man would be saying with his bitch ass, with his Carlton ass. Imagine the shit. Imagine the epic rant that Glasses Malone would be on if Drake went to Compton and paid a bunch of Compton artists 10K and gave them a choice of, hey, it's going to either be 10K or royalties. Y'all would have been like, 10K? What the fuck is 10K going to do, nigga? Imagine what this thought ass nigga, Sean C, would be saying. Imagine what all these thoughts would be saying. All the videos that they would be creating if it came out that Drake had done this. Just imagine. I really want y'all to just imagine this shit. Because if you ask me, it would be a whole different conversation. It would have been a whole different conversation if this was Drake. So why do we allow Kendrick Lamar to get away with this? Now let's get into this conversation, okay? Why do we allow Kendrick Lamar to do this? Why do we not make these same people make videos like they would be making about Drake had he done the same shit? When do we say enough is enough? I told you niggas this is the clown show, bro. This past month, these niggas have been down so fucking bad, it's been amazing. I've never seen any shit like this in my fucking life. These niggas have never looked this down bad. It needs to be studied. The shit that Jay Z and Kendrick Lamar are able to do to the black community, these niggas should truly, and I mean truly, with no trolling, no joking, no bullshitting, these niggas should truly consider becoming politicians. The way they know how to flip you niggas, the way they know how to spin you niggas around, bend y'all over, and pipe y'all niggas down. Dick y'all niggas down. Yeah, that's what Kendrick is doing to LA. Dicking y'all down. He been dicking y'all down for the last 2 years. And all y'all got was 2K to show for it. All he did was leave 2K, 10K on the nightstand, nigga. You can't even feed your babies for a month with 10K. You can't even feed your babies for a month. Most of y'all niggas got several babies. 3, 4 babies. 10K. Come on. Why do we allow this? Why do we just sit here and let these people play in our faces? And just because they play in y'all's faces, y'all expect us to take the things that these people are saying and doing as respectable and listen to them. Y'all expect us to listen to people like this when they are sitting here watching the same news that we're watching, the same conversations that we're looking at, and they're making excuses for it. This is why I said 2 weeks ago, I said this is the moment, not even 2 weeks ago, it's been about a month by now, because this is when Iceman dropped, and these niggas were losing their fucking minds, spiraling. But I said that this is the moment where we separate the clowns from logical thinking human beings. My boy Kev Mercer said 10K ain't shit out in Cali. Shaking my head. Bro, 10K, I'm in New York right now. 10K ain't shit out here. 10K ain't really shit anywhere in America, nigga. We gotta be real. 10K ain't shit anywhere in America. But we allow this shit. We allow these guys to just make excuses for this shit, not make videos they ignore. I'm still waiting on these niggas to make the Jay Z video, the Jay Z MAGA video with these niggas sitting down with Ivanka and Jared Kushner. I'm still waiting on the video for that, because half of these niggas made videos about Drake being MAGA for less, but we had Jay Z sitting with Ivanka Trump, Trump's daughter. And nobody made a video then. Nobody said anything then. It just like, when do y'all say enough is enough? When do y'all get tired of being played with? When do y'all get tired of your intelligence getting played with? Because they ain't playing with us over here. We know who these niggas are. We know what these niggas is about. We know that these niggas are scum of the fucking earth, liars, ashamed of who they are, using a man that they habitually hate as a means to feed their families, put food in their kids in their kids' mouths. We allow them to, we already know, but y'all allow them to continue to run amok in hip hop. Y'all allow people like Kendrick and Jay Z to run amok amongst the culture, amongst our community. And because they have these talking heads, people like these who are just waiting, if half of them don't already have the Rock Nation check coming in, TDE check coming in, they're just gawking until it comes in. That's what we're witnessing right here. These niggas are wishing, hoping to be on the payroll. Straight thoughts to be on the payroll. So if they aren't on the payroll yet, oh, they're damn sure hoping to. But these are the people that they use, Kendrick and Jay Z. These are the people that they use to shift the conversation, so that when we say, hey, yo, this looks a little funny. Hey, this looks a little bit hypocritical. Here comes these motherfuckers to explain why y'all should just ignore it. Explain why y'all should just move on with your lives and not really care. And just explain this shit away. Just allow this bullshit to happen. Why do y'all allow this shit? Why do y'all allow these people to play with your intelligence like this? I would never. I would never. At what point do we sit here and say, you know, these people that I'm listening to, these people that I'm following, we had a good time in these last 2 years, but as time moves forward, these people have shown themselves to be fucking hypocrites, fucking scum, people who you can't believe, non-credible sources. What am I here for? You gotta ask yourself, why am I listening to these guys? Then you gotta start looking inward when you continue to listen to these people. When you continue to let these people rock y'all to sleep. Y'all just get rocked to sleep every fucking time some bullshit is pointed out. Y'all get rocked to sleep every fucking time. These niggas are able to tell y'all anything. They're able to feed y'all any bullshit ass story. Just rock y'all back to sleep. Oh, Kendrick is out here paying niggas 10K. Saying, hey, you either get 10K or royalties. Rock back to sleep. Oh, this is nothing. This is great. Oh, we would have did it for free. Rock back to sleep. Rock back to sleep. Hey, is Drake MAGA? Trump is using his music. Oh, well, Jay Z was sitting down with Ivanka Trump and Jared Kushner. Rock back to sleep. Rock back to sleep. Oh, we didn't hear that. Oh, we didn't see that. Nobody's making videos about that. We're not going to talk about that. Rock back to sleep. Rock back to sleep. Y'all niggas not done being tired? Y'all niggas ain't get enough sleep yet? Have y'all niggas not gotten enough sleep yet? Like, what's the dilemma? I'm trying to figure out. What has to be done? How far does this nigga have to go before y'all wake up and realize that this man isn't who y'all been trying to convince us that he is? He isn't the person y'all been trying to convince us he is. He's just not. So when do y'all wake up? What does he have to do? How far does he have to go until y'all realize that y'all are getting played with? How long do y'all gotta get fucked before y'all realize you're in a bukkake, nigga, between Jay Z, Kendrick Lamar, the entire NFL ownership, Target? You're in a bukkake right now, nigga. These niggas is just fucking y'all. And we just over here like, oh, well, we told y'all. We tried to warn you. The fuck? Like, when do y'all get tired of this shit? I can't even feel bad because you got videos like, you got niggas like this. They making excuses for it.
But yeah, nah, shit. I think it's dope. Either
dope.
way.
It's dope. Either way.
10 fans with the royalties. Me personally, I would have went with the royalties. I would have went royalties. Just knowing like this shit finna go crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Just knowing that he just got into a beef, the shit is gonna go crazy. But these niggas was starving that bad. Either that or you just really put on a bunch of non-reputable folks who you wouldn't even be caught dead around or be hanging around for real. Hit a J3 be acting like he don't never seen you. He just waiting for you to call his phone. Hit a J3 acting like just fighting out here, just waiting for you to call his phone. Just waiting for you to pat him on the head, give him a pat on the back, say, good boy. Bro out here just fighting with all his might. Waiting for Kendrick to give him a pat on the head. Every single day. But how could we expect any less from y'all when this is the sentiment of y'all being hit with this shit.
You know what I'm saying? Unless
Of y'all being played with like this. Again, it's like somebody said. Imagine if this was a white executive. Imagine if this was Lucian Grange or any white executive who just slimed y'all like this. Imagine what the conversations would be.
the nigga was like, run that little 10, but
Yeah, I would have went royalties too though.
yeah, I would have went royalties for sure. But either way, I think it's a look.
Yeah, just being a part of that whole project is a.
It is a look. Don't get me wrong. It is a look. But you have a job to do. You came to do a job. If you are a rapper, that is your job. So you should be rightfully compensated for your job. Your job should at least feed your family. You should be able to negotiate and say, hey, this is my living. This is what I do for a living. I don't do it at the level that you do it. So my gigs, my payouts like this, my looks like this are very far and in between. So if you could, I need something to hold me over. This is what most gig workers do. This is how most gig workers operate. They ain't gonna charge you nothing that's gonna break the bank. But again, the nigga dropped 40 fucking M's on his crib afterwards. Come on. The nigga bought a farmhouse. A farm. Whatever the fuck. I don't even know what that is. The nigga spent 40 M's. You mean to tell me he couldn't give y'all niggas 50 to 100K a piece? And y'all just accepting that? At least that. Think about how much he's going to be eating off of GNX. That's his album. He owns the masters. Think about how much he's going to be making off of GNX. Let's see if we can get a ballpark. Let's see if we can I think it might be possible. I'll take it a step further. Because not only is he just coming off of GNX, he's also coming off of the beef with Drake. So I asked, give a ballpark estimate of what Kendrick made from GNX and the beef with Drake. And well, Kendrick Lamar's combined gross earnings from his GNX album and his diss tracks are estimated to be around 12 million to 15 million. Actual playouts are difficult to pin down. It depends on the specific record and publishing contracts. So total revenue, and this is just a ballpark, obviously. The back and forth beef tracks generated over 15.4 million in U.S. streaming digital sales and publishing revenue. Kendrick's share, so that's Lamar's tracks, Not Like Us and Like That, Meet the Grams, and Euphoria, accounted for about 87%, 13 million of that total. So the first week success of the album, this is just going into the GNX album. So the first week success of the album was a massive commercial success, moving over 300 19 equivalent album units in its first week. It generated over 370 million streams in its first week alone. Um, so the earning potential with total streams already past 2 billion. The album generated an estimated 5 million to 8 million for the label and distribution side in its first few months, and large portion of which goes to Kendrick under his independent operated PG Lang. So like I said, basically that 5 to 8 million mostly going to Kendrick. These figures do not account for additional commercial boosts such as the massive increase to Kendrick's overall back catalog consumption, massive revenue, so on and so. So this is strictly talking about GNX, okay? So if we take GNX and we look at the total that made, let's just look at the 5 to 8 million and zero in on that. So real quick, I want to see now what exactly, let's go back here real quick. So Kendrick paid each artist 10K for their feature. What? Okay, so now I'm asking. Now we're gonna look at so Kendrick paid each 10K. It's just a rough because I think one person took the royalty. So Kendrick paid each artist. Let me make sure I add that. He paid each artist 10K for their feature. So what percentage of revenue did he actually share with them? Let's get into that. Okay, we're gonna break that down because I think this is amazing. I think that what we accept is crazy. So now this is obviously an upfront, so he just got it like that. Obviously, Kendrick got it like that to just pay these guys upfront fee. So if we break down the revenue by percentage, so because we're not gonna look at it as that, but this was an upfront fee. But the revenue breakdown by percentage. So when compared to the album's massive commercial success, the payout presents a microscopic fraction of the total earnings pool. So per artist, a single 10,000 payout can account for just 0.12, 0.12, 0.12 to 0.2 of the album's estimated 5 million to 8 million initial revenue. So the combined pool across roughly 10 featured artists, the total $100,000 payout represents less than 2% of the album's total revenue. He gave these niggas 2%. of what GNX actually made. Y'all are not getting me. 2%. This shit is crazy. And we're just allowing this? Kendrick Lamar gave these niggas 2% of what GNX made and took home the rest. Y'all let that sink in, and that's where we're gonna leave it. Let's get to Jay Z real quick because Jay Z, he's also a part of this. He's running the same play on you niggas, and it's unfortunate, but he just is. So Jay Z is partnered with Target apparently to release his re-release for the 30th anniversary of his Reasonable Doubt, I believe, album. Let me just search it up real quick because I got some clips. But this is crazy, y'all. Though. This shit is crazy. So a lot of people are coming out to defend this, but we'll get to the rest in a second. But holy, you gotta be careful when you scrolling through this Jay Z shit. Okay, so I really just wanted to pull up the announcement, but a lot of people have been actually getting into the conversation. So let's just jump right into it. Jay Z, obviously, like I said, we know the information. Jay Z joined, partnered with Target in the midst of this boycott, and it's rubbing a lot of people the wrong way for it being in the midst of a boycott. But again, a lot of people are waking up to say, hey, here it goes. This is typical Jay Z fashion. This is something that Ak has been saying. This is something that a bunch of other people have been saying. Many people have been saying. So with that being said, let's get into some of these clips and see what the conversation is concerning that.
$40. The thing is, it's exclusively going to be at Target.
Okay.
And a lot of people are not happy that it's going to be at Target. Why?
They still boycotting Target?
Exactly. And
Still?
I'm with the people.
I see a lot of niggas in Target. Stop it. Y'all niggas be doing all that shit for the podcast, but be in Target with your stupid ass hoodies on, with your fucking hat covering your eyes. I see a lot of you niggas in there.
Where do you be at when you see him?
Don't buy Target.
Aisle 6.
I see all. So like, nigga, you be in Target too, nigga. Y'all niggas gotta stop lying. I hate when y'all do that, bro. It's all right. Yes, we stand up for, what was it that happened?
Racial justice.
Yeah, we stand up for racial justice.
So just because Jay Z is taking the biggest, basically payout, sellout stance with Target, we're gonna say, oh, you niggas be going to Target. Oh, let's stop it. Like that. Why are we incapable of calling the people out who need to be called out? You're seeing this reoccurring theme of people who need to be called out who is just ignored. We just act like the shit doesn't exist, and after a certain point, we got to be tired of it. You know what I'm saying? This is crazy.
Justice and all that. But what happens is, here's the thing. A lot of you guys are following a fantasy. Half these niggas that saying that, they don't stand with you. No disrespect, they don't. They are in Target. They're buying an air fryer. They're buying, help me freeze. They're buying a fucking safe. What?
Soap.
They're in
Everything
Target.
at Target. Everything.
And they're trying to hide and go
Groceries,
like late. They're trying to go on a low, but I see him.
Medicine.
I'm with you, but I see him. And I was at Target because I bought a new air fryer, the double shit.
We don't suppress nobody's voice up here, and we brothers. We in support of each other. However, when the racial injustice.
Nigga, you wasn't talking to. Shut your ass up. Shut up. Tell him take it out. Tell him take it out. You wasn't talking to, nigga. I seen you, nigga.
When the racial injustice.
I was really talking about you.
Ain't no way you two shop at the same Target.
The same shit down. What you mean, nigga? I'm in a good area, nigga. I'm not like you trying to call Itch for advice on what Target to go to, nigga, or what Wawa to go to. I go Dolo, nigga, for Delph. Yeah,
that's gangster.
We not supposed. Well, I was in Target. My girl needed some shit about it there, but it was empty.
It was.
When I went that 1 or 2 times, it was empty.
The get money niggas is in there. But yeah,
Target is expensive.
The racial injustice.
Target ain't cheap. Oh, I was gonna say on the racial injustice shit, just let Mark cook. Just let him go.
I think
then we come in after.
I like when Flip represents the other side because we need that perspective.
Mark is phony, boy.
Because I think he represents.
Mark is phony, yo.
How am I phony?
Because if you let Flip go, he'll get into his fucking FWA bag.
FBA.
No, FWA.
Oh shit. FWA. Oh yeah. I forgot.
If you let Flip cook, he'll get all. He's 100% FWA.
I don't know what that means.
Foundational White Americans.
Nigga, I don't fuck
Foundational Whites. My boy loved them foundational whites.
That's not true,
you don't
nigga.
play. Now you repping them niggas.
You tatted them.
I'm telling y'all that people are lying. That's it. That's what I'm saying. There's people lying, but we're gonna let.
But you stand with us, and
nigga, I'm not. Yeah, I stand with the people, but there's people lying. The ones that you're following online, they're really going to Target. They're just doing this for.
See, I don't think that's true. I don't think that's true. This is what I think.
Tell me.
I think there are a lot of people that go to Target. There ain't no doubt about that. But I have no reason to believe that the people who are organizing boycotts against Target are going to Target. That's not fair. I mean, there's no reason. There's no reason to say that. And we have this thing in our culture, and I don't mean black people. I mean American culture, where we always try to make activists look like hypocrites. You know, and some are, but like a lot aren't. Some people, a lot of people, there's a real principle organized.
You know why that is though.
So you're talking for the ones that. Sorry, Freeze.
A lot of activist types tend to look down on folk, trying to make it seem like they're better than. So people be like, "Well, no, you're not," because you're doing the shit you claim that you don't do.
And if they do,
so that's where that pushback comes from.
And that's fair.
Let's get to the juicy part.
I'm just saying, let's not make it up. Like, there's no reason to believe that the people organizing Target boycotts are shopping.
Come on, let's get to the juice. Let's get to the juice. We kill them so far.
But anyway, the point is, for me, this is a bad look and a bad decision. I think that for Hove, yes, for Jay Z.
Do you have your tickets to the concert yet?
No.
Okay, go ahead, Cook. Yeah, you can take the lead on this.
I think that, first of all, there's a national boycott against Target. I know that there was a moment where we called it over.
I thought it was over. Yeah.
It was.
For like 2 days. And Jamal Bryant said the fast is over. But the problem was Jamal Bryant wasn't the person who organized the boycott.
It's very much still like a point of contention, a point of debate, and I think that we gotta really pay attention again to the people who are rightfully calling this shit out and people who are trying to just sweep this shit under the rug. Because if you're here still trying to sweep this shit under the rug, bro, I mean, come on, bro. What are we doing? We all got eyes, we all got ears. We gotta stop playing the stupid games. Like, I fuck with Queen's Flip, but we gotta stop playing the game like, oh yeah, look, everybody's going to shop at Target. We're not about to stop. Just because you're not a person of strong principles and and trust me, there's some people who, I mean, your baby ran out of milk. You need to run out real quick. It's probably 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock. You need to run out real quick. Are you gonna run across town to the Walmart, or are you just gonna go around the corner to the Target? There's some people with that dilemma. I'm not gonna knock people for that. But at the end of the day, it's obvious that they need to feel it, and they need to feel something. And as far as convenience goes, as far as everybody's level of living and how they what they can afford to do, that varies. But we can't just sit here for a multi-millionaire, billionaire, and act like there is any reason why he has to partner specifically with Target. You could have did this with Walmart. You could have did this with fucking any fucking place. Best Buy, any fucking thing. Like any place besides the place that we're actively boycotting. That just, you know what I'm saying? It seems a little weird.
You can't go out and cancel a boycott that you didn't start. And what happens is that's when it starts to look like you have your own deals going on. That's when it starts to look like you're managing your own shit and not listening to the activists. Because it started in Minnesota after George Floyd. You don't have the power. It'd be like me coming on here saying it's over, or Park saying it's over, or Joe saying it's not. There is an ongoing boycott of Target. Number one. Number two, after the NFL boycott, you partner with the NFL, right? After there's a Target boycott, you do a deal with Target. Whether everything is complicated, everything is nuanced, but at the end of the day, it just starts to look, as Joe would say, it starts to look away. Mm-hmm. When every time there's a boycott, you pop up working with those people. This is not to say that Jay Z doesn't support the community. He does. It's not to say that Jay Z doesn't support grassroots efforts. I've personally seen him invest in those things. All that can be true, and simultaneously, this is a bad decision. This is a bad choice.
Just optically, it just looks.
Just the optics of it are bad. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Whenever you, and I get people have different opinions on the Target boycott in particular. Fine. I don't. I think there's a need for one. But whatever you think about the Target boycott, it's just a bad look, and it doesn't have to.
Yeah, especially when you're not making it, pressing them to drop that $2 billion. Especially when you ain't making them drop that $2 billion, my boy. Hey, make that. If you're gonna be sitting down and having talks, and you want to be the middleman between the black community and the ambassador and all of that good shit, bro, at least get something done. At least be here getting something done, and that goes for Jay Z and Kendrick. If you want to be the black ambassador for the black community to all the whiteys and shit like that, that's cool. But how about we get some tangibles, okay? How about you get them to drop that $2 billion? All right, we need that, or you drop it, nigga, since you just up that way. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are we talking about? We got to stop this. And I appreciate the nigga being called out, but niggas ain't going hard enough on him as they should be. We really need to get in there and really call out what's being done. But Wayno, of course, also had an opinion on the topic at hand. Let's get into some of these clips that he was talking about.
To why the boycott was started. Now, even with that being said, I wanted to turn to some of the other people who have products, not just products, but artists who have done vinyls, and specific vinyls exclusive because they changed the color or whatever. Same music, but they, distributed through Target. One in particular was an album that came out this year, J. Cole's The Fall Off, Target exclusive edition, right? You have like a silver vinyl, as you can see in the picture. Then, of course, we have Kendrick Lamar, right? And the reason why I say of course is because big artists usually do these, deals with Target to distribute their physicals. You got GNX that had a Target exclusive vinyl. You have Pink Friday 2, which is a Target exclusive vinyl, right? And then you also have Taylor Swift's. Now, Taylor Swift.
Yeah, fam, half of the albums you listed, the only thing you proved is that Roc Nation, Jay Z, and J. Cole both are willing to, they don't give a fuck about that boycott shit. That's the only thing you proven, nigga. Half of the shit you named wasn't even after the boycott. Like, what are we talking about, Wayno? Come on.
Nobody's really looking towards Taylor Swift in a situation like this because she's not black. But the reason why I even wanted to point these things out is because it seems as if whenever Jay Z does something, everybody gets riled up and remembers, oh shit, there's a boycott at Target. But when other people have done it, it's never existed.
But other people haven't been doing it. Other people haven't been doing it, and Jay Z has already had a reputation for doing shit exactly like this. So, when you're already getting that side eye from people, wondering why you're moving the way you're moving, it's pretty obvious that you continue down that line or continue down that path, especially when you don't have to. Especially when you simply don't have to do that shit. It's not an anomaly that people are questioning, hey, what the fuck is up with you, bro? And looking at you a certain type of way. You know what I'm saying? Again, we gotta stop allowing these people to just do whatever, run amok. Let me see if Got a couple more clips.
Or they just reluctant to even mention this shit. Now, I'm going to go into other black people who have products at Target. And of course, the narrative has now shifted into, but now I'm making excuses for Jay Z. Y'all making excuses for Jay Z. I kid you not. I don't see nobody complaining about Target for no other reasons until Jay Z does something. But let's listen to another video. The point.
Yeah, I obviously don't agree with Wayno, but Wayno is not gonna obviously have a hot take against Jay Z or even disagree with what he's doing, and that's the problem that of what I have now. I haven't watched the full video. He probably did touch on that, but it's like Mark Lamont Hill said. It just the optics, the timing. It just looks crazy. So why would you do it? But maybe he wasn't thinking about it. Maybe he was on a different path when he made that decision, but I just don't think it was the proper decision. And now maybe Target is being a little bit more savvy in reaching out and getting these deals done. But I doubt you're Jay Z and you're the figure that you present yourself to be as a Jay Z, and you don't know about this boycott. So it's either a smack in the face, or it's just like gross negligence. So I don't know which one you want to say. Um, but yeah, let's get into another video here before we get out of here.
Stand by my statements about Jay Z in that video, because I don't respect that nigga. Jay Z is the culture vulture of rap. He's the culture vulture y'all swear up and down Drake and all these other niggas that been all these years. This the same Jay Z that was selling liquor to the black community from Douce to Cristal, being a poster boy for all these years. Then when they said they don't care about black people and Jay Z buying their shit, he switched over to Ace of Spades and did the same thing. This the same Jay Z who backdoored Colin Kaepernick and Jermaine Dupri for the NFL deal, used Travis Scott and motherfucking Maroon 5 as the leverage. Then when he got in the door, we got to get past the kneel, and it worked at one point, but we got to let it go. And when Kaepernick and his wife checked that nigga, y'all told him to shut the fuck up and move on. This the same Jay Z that got promoted as the president of Def Jam because he sold Dame Dash, Irv Gotti, Jay Prince, and Suge Knight out when they tried to make the first union in the music business so artists can get more out of their contract, and he went in the back door and sold them niggas out. It's the same nigga that ushered in the 360 deals so artists can keep getting robbed and use Death of Auto-Tune and killed T-Pain's career as the example for that shit. Because T-Pain was touching everything from album sales, singles, to shows, features. Nigga was getting credited just for using Auto-Tune and was doing award shows 2-3 years in the game. And Jay-Z stopped that shit. Then he want to be on stage talking about, oh, you niggas is some workers. Go holler at them white people and get your money back, even though you helped them white people take their money in the first place. And then let's get to the meat and potatoes of this shit. You at the Roots picnic.
Brother is cooking this, man. Holy, hold up, man. God damn, y'all didn't tell me I was pulling up to a goddamn massacre. Holy shit. God damn, this nigga is cooking, Jay Z.
Did you and the Roots forget what a picnic was? A picnic is where a bunch of non-melanated people festive and kick it and hang out and then find a bunch of melanated and black motherfuckers to lynch off and kill. And y'all okay with this sellout ass shit? And then you on stage bragging about how you get under skin from when you stabbed up Un. And come to find out it wasn't even about Un leaking your music. It was about both of y'all trying to fuck on Charlie Baltimore, which was Biggie's girl up until he died. If Biggie is your rap partner and your man, why you trying to move in on this girl the minute he get killed off? And then you wearing Biggie Jesus piece every time you go record an album on some ritual shit trying to harness his energy, you fucking weirdo. Fuck with Jay Z, man. Get that bitch ass nigga up out of here.
Holy shit. I don't know what else I gotta say after that, but yeah, people are tired of the bullshit. They're tired of Kendrick. They're tired of Jay Z. They're tired of Rock Nation. They're tired of niggas playing in their faces, bro. And there's no other way around it. Niggas is just really tired of being told that they're crazy, they're this, they're that, just because they know how to use a bit of common sense and you know, they know how to think. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're not just gonna accept anything that you niggas tell them. It's come long time that we get that out of the way, and yeah, I really hope that we we find some way to get these niggas the fuck out of here. Okay. Again, I respect Jay Z as the musician, but there's some of the things that he does is just like, what the fuck are we doing? That's not gonna stop me from calling this nigga out. You know what I'm saying? Like, we fuck with Jay up here, but that ain't gonna stop me from calling out the bullshit. And Jay Z has done a lot of bullshit. I think if we sit here and let all this time go by before we start looking at Kendrick Lamar and saying that this nigga, it has the real Jay Z blueprint, and he is going to continue to use y'all for his own benefit and give y'all pennies. Remember, I showed y'all this shit. GNX generated five to $5 to $8 million. What he departed with, as far as features, and compensated those guys with, was 2%. 2%, okay? And if we're being real, one of those guys didn't take the 10,000. He took the royalties. So that number is even a little bit more skewed, even less than that, if we're being real. That's crazy. So we really gotta at some point, again, call these guys to the front of the congregation and hold them accountable for the bullshit that they have going on. We're tired of it. Okay? Again, this was a short one today. Been moving into the new spot and moving things around, as you can see. So the streams will be sporadic until I get things set back up into a comfortable position. But yeah, I just had to come to jump on a couple of these topics. I may or may not be back in here tonight with you guys to talk a couple more topics that we couldn't get to yet. But yeah, I just wanted to make sure that I talked about what's being done in front of our very eyes, in front of our very faces, and we continue to ignore it. I've been talking about this all month, but of course, you know, it can't be talked about enough. There's so much going on behind the scenes, and it takes a person who's very attentive to detail to notice, and just have the dedication to be like, I'm not gonna sit here and watch this happen to my culture. I'm not going to sit here and watch this happen to something that I'm passionate about. Okay, so yeah, I appreciate you guys for rocking with me. Again, make sure that you guys are following me on X. Make sure that you're following me. That's at Dope Boy Diesel. That's so that you can get me locked in on all platforms. Okay, let me just make sure that y'all got me here. Make sure you're following me at Dope Boy Diesel on all platforms, okay? So that you can stay updated anytime I go live. X is really where you can keep updated with the articles, the live streams, and any of my takes that may or may not go viral, okay? So just make sure that you're keeping up with me on there. Very important. If you're following me, if you're watching this on Rumble, Kick, Twitch, please make sure you're following me. Hit that bell notification, and I will be back as soon as I can. All right. I appreciate you guys. To all my stoners, hippies, and hip hop enthusiasts, this has been the Doja Room. I'm your boy Dope Boy Diesel, and I'm out.
Yeah. Hey, this that special sauce. Spill that drip, I wipe it off. $1 million worth of game. Can't feel that I work.